Oops, I realized we didn't actually finish the chapter. So let's finish it now. It would be like a contest, a stay out of Antarctica contest with herself, a game, a quiz, a mini world record that only she knew about. A secret with me, myself, and I. One thing was for sure about positive. One thing was for sure an absolute positive. It was going to be easy parcheesy. So just in case she flunk flub failed, she would not tell anybody. Not even Rocky. Not even Frank. Definitely not Stink. If nobody knew, nobody could say I told you so. Her friends, her parents, and her teachers were going to be A+ amazed. Look out, world. Meet the new and improved, not moody Judy. Next chapter, the Jessica experiment. If she, Judy Moody, was going to be in a good mood for one whole entire week, she was going to need info, as in hints, tips, ideas. On the bus ride home, Judy asked her friends, "Hey guys, what puts you in a good mood?" "When I do a really good magic trick, like a fake finger trick," said Rocky. He pulled his index finger, pretending to yank it off. "If everybody claps and is amazed, it puts me in a good mood." "Uh-huh," Judy scribbled a note to herself. "I get in a good mood when I'm done with my homework," said Frank. Uh-huh, Judy looked at her notes. Next, it was Amy's turn. "Writing stories puts me in a good mood. I dream stuff up and make it into a book and illustrate it. Judy scribbled some more. She looked at her notes. Magic trick. 2. Homework. 3. Write a story. "I can do this," said Judy. "Do what?" asked Amy. "Do what?" asked Rocky and Frank. Nothing. Never mind." Judy ran home and took out her list. Magic trick. She tried a magic card trick on Stink, but all she did was spill the deck of cards everywhere. Homework. Judy did not see how homework would put her in a good mood. She crossed it off the list. Write a story. Judy tried to write a story. Once upon a time. No good. Cross it out. It was a dark and stormy night. Pete and Repeat were sitting on the top bunk. Pete fell off. Who was left? Repeat. Pete and Repeat were sitting on the top bunk. This story could go on and on and on. What a lemonhead. Writing a story was not putting her in a good mood. Who else could she get ideas from? Mom? Dad? Stink? It had to be somebody smart and somebody who never got sent to Antarctica. Wait just a ding-dong minute. What could be more perfect than to talk to Little Miss Perfect? Somebody who brushed her hair every day and followed all the rules and got good grades and never even had been near Antarctica. Somebody who had a happy magic 8-ball. Jessica A+ Finch, of course. Judy could learn the facts about doing everything right all the time. Being perfect was sure to put her in a good mood. All she had to do was study her subject like a science experiment. She grabbed her notebook and hopped on her bike and pedaled down the street around the corner to Jessica Finch's house. Ding dong! Judy rang the bell. Jessica, a not Aardwolf, opened the door. "Judy Moody, what are you doing here?" She could not tell Jessica. Tell all Finch her secret. Then the whole world would know. I thought we could hang out," said Judy. "But you never want to hang out." "Never say never," said Judy, pushing past Jessica. "Can I come in?" You are in," said Jessica. "Well, how about I come up to your room?" "Sure," said Jessica. "I was just going to start measuring things for Measure Up, our new math unit." "But that doesn't start till Thursday," said Judy. "I like to get a head start," said Jessica. Judy perched on the edge of the bed next to Jessica. She bounced up and down, testing out the jump factor. "My mom doesn't like me to bounce on the bed," said Jessica. "Check," said Judy. She scribbled, "Do not bounce on bed," in her notebook. Judy stared sideways at Jessica. Her hair was brushed back into a very neat ponytail, and she was wearing pink. Judy wrote, "Put hair in ponytails and wear pink," in her notebook. "Why are you staring at me?" asked Jessica. "It's rude." "No reason," said Judy. She looked around. The bed was made. There was 100 million fluffy pink pillows on it. Stuffed animal pigs were lined up in a row on the dresser. So was a piggy bank collection. No books or clothes were on the floor. No arts and crafts supplies were on the floor. No gum wrappers were on the floor. A pink robot poster on the wall said, "Obey." It was creepy, but Judy didn't say so. "Your floor is very neat," said Judy. "I can see the rug." "Thanks," said Jessica. "I like my room clean. It puts me in a good mood." "Check," Judy wrote. "Clean room in her notebook." "Why are you writing stuff down?" Jessica asked. "No reason," said Judy, sniffing the air. "I smell cupcakes. Do you smell cupcakes?" Jessica cackled. "That's my lip gloss." She flipped open a teeny tiny pink plastic cupcake. Inside was gooey lip stuff. Judy tried some. Yum, yum. Maybe cupcake lip gloss was another key to a good mood. That is a fun room. And so neat. Judy wrote down "wear cupcake lip gloss." "You like smiley faces, huh?" In Jessica's room, Judy saw a smiley face pillow, pencil holder, and paper clips. She saw smiley face sunglasses and slippers. Even a smiley face mobile hung over Jessica's desk. She picked up Jessica's smiley face magic 8-ball. "Can I try?" Jessica nodded. Judy had a burning question, but it was a secret. So she asked herself the question silently. Will I be able to stay in a good mood for one whole week? She took the happy 8-ball. "Nice outfit," she asked the question and shook it again. "Your breath is so minty." She tried again. "You smell great." "It keeps telling me that I smell great," said Judy. "It's the lip gloss," Jessica said knowingly. "Want to do homework now?" Judy wrote "do homework on time" in her notebook. Jessica got out her positively pink see-through ruler. She got out her positively pink tape measure, and she even had a positively pink yardstick. "Wow, you have a yardstick?" "I have a yardstick of bubble gum. It's this long." Judy stretched out her arms. "Well, it used to be. There's actually only 2 3/4 inches of gum left, but the box is a yard-long ruler. For real. And it has jokes and—" "I wouldn't use it for homework if I were you," said Jessica. Judy looked around the room for something to measure. "Do you have a cat?" "We could measure stuff like the cat's tail," said Judy. Jessica crinkled her forehead. "I was just going to measure the carpet." She started to stretch the tape measure across the rug. Boring. This being in a good mood was harder than it looked. Judy's fingers itched. If only she were back in her closet with her finger knitting. She stared at Jessica some more. "Do you ever miss the bus to school?" Judy asked. Jessica wrinkled her forehead again. "Why would I do that?" "I mean, are you ever late to school? Say you slept late. Or read your book under the covers when you should have been getting ready. Or didn't do your spelling homework and decided to stay home sick." "I always do my spelling homework. I never fake sick. And I have a walkie-talkie," said Jessica. She pulled an alarm clock with the wheels from her nightstand. "It beeps like a robot and jumps off my nightstand when it's time to get up. I have to get out of bed and chase it around." "Can I try?" asked Judy. "Sure." Jessica set the clock off to go off in 1 minute. They waited, and they waited some more. Eep, beep. Walkie-talkie leapt to the floor. "Out of bed, sleepyhead." It zoomed across the carpet. "Up and at 'em, madam." It zoomed under the bed. "Rise and shine, friend of mine." Judy chased it all around Jessica's room. "Wow," said Judy. "It walks, it talks, it rhymes, it chimes." She wrote down "get walkie-talkie so I'm never late" in her notebook. "That was fun. Let's do it again, this time." "It's not really a game," said Jessica. She put the clock on her nightstand. "Come on, let's do our homework." Judy looked at her to-do list. She had a lot to do if she was going to stay out of Antarctica. She had a lot to learn about being in a good mood. "I can't," said Judy. "I have to go finish my science experiment." "Science experiment?" Jessica sat up straight. Her eyes got wide. "What science experiment? We don't have any." But Judy was already down the steps, halfway out the front door. Yippee skippy. Spaghetti Yeti. First things first. As soon as Judy got home, she pulled her hair back into 2 Jessica Finch ponytails. Then she cleaned up her room like a friend without a R. Fiend. Spelling word 2. Fiend. Spelling word number 23. Mr. Todd's homework list. Definition. Maniac. She huffed. and puffed, picking up her books and games and art supplies and stuffed animals. Yawn-o-rama. Mouse watched her every move. She huffed and puffed, more, putting away shirts and shorts and socks and pajamas. Boring times two. Mouse pounced on a sock. Give it. It's not playtime, Mouse. I wish. She even tossed her finger knitting into the closet. Jessica Finch was cuckoo for coconuts. If she thought cleaning your room could put you in a good mood, next Judy and her this week homework, read, 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 spell, 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 multiply, divide, done. Doing her homework on time did not put her in a good mood. Now what, Mouse? Judy asked. She checked her notebook. Eureka! Judy Moody, had an idea. Judy dug and dug like a badger to the way back of her closet. She pulled out her last year Christmas presents. Under the hand-knitting dancing mouse sweater from Grandma Lou was a present from Nana and Gramps in California. It was not a way cool make your own gum kit. It was not a way cool make your own seashell nightlight kit. It was a make your own lip gloss kit. Cotton candy, chocolate, cupcake, double exclamation point. Last Christmas, Judy would not have been caught dead wearing smelly lip gloss. But that was before the Just Kim experiment. She had to try it now. In the name of good moods. She did not want to mess up her clean room. So she messed up the bathroom instead. Warm water, sticky hands, smelly flavor, and voila! Cupcake lip gloss. Judy looked in the mirror and smacked her lips. Yum, yum. She licked her lips. Oops. Now she needed more lip stuff. Smack, smack, smack. Lip smacking good. Cupcake lip stuff did not put her in a bit of a better mood. Cupcake lip stuff did put her in a bit of a better mood. Who knew? Judy went back to her room. Sing a song of tuna fish. Her finger knitting chain snaked and snarled out the closet door, up and over around the doorknob, across the dresser, and onto the floor, where Mouse was curled up sleeping on a heap of it. Judy tugged an end from under Mouse, who yarn bombed my clean room, Mouse, she said. Don't even try to say it was stink. At last she had time for a new rave, finger knitting. She went to her closet to get some more yarn, but there was no more yarn. Not one ball, not one skein, not even a snippet. She was O-U-T, out. Judy ran downstairs. Mom, can we go to Bullseye? It's a yarn emergency. Sorry, honey, said Mom. All this yarn costs money. Let's wait and ask Grandma Lou for some yarn next time we see her. But Judy was about to say it was so not fair. Judy was about to say she could not wait. Judy was about to stomp up the stairs. But that would mean she was in a mood. Not a good mood. A bad mood. Judy dashed back upstairs. Her frowny face mood pillow glared at her. It was only GMD number 1. Good mood day number 1. Judy had to stomp free for the rest of the week. This being in a good mood all the time sure was not easy peasy mac and cheesy, as it looked. Judy went badgering in her closet. She pulled out a hand-knitted dancing mouse sweater from Grandma Lou. The mouse had fluffy ears and fluffy tummy and a fluffy tail, and Judy pulled at the pink fluff. Oops, look at that. A thread came loose. She glanced at the door to make sure no one was watching. She pulled at the thread some more. Pull and tug and pull some more, and before she knew it, the sweater was not a sweater. It was a spaghetti mess of yarn. Y-A-R-N. Yarn. Oh, naughty Judy. Just what she needed. Knit, knit, knit. She had to work fast before Mom or Rat Stink found out. Judy turned her pillow around to smiley face. Her chain got a little longer and a little longer. It sneaked and snaked out into the hallway now. But she was out of yarn again, in no time flat. She climbed up the steps to the attic. Maybe she'd find some old yarn in there. Poof, Cobweb City. She tore through dusty old bags and boxes and bundles. Eureka! A stash of yarn ends and ends, odds and ends. Knit, knit, loop-de-loop. She was back in her room, finger knitting up a storm, when Stink came in, hands behind his back. Guess what I have, said Stink. A toad. Nope. A cookie? Nope. I give up. It's something in the sea, said Stink. An octopus. Yes, how did you know? Stink brought his hands out from behind his back. He had long tentacles on his fingers. Cool octopus fingers, said Judy. Squid fingers, said Stink. Want to play Super Squid Attacks Japan? I'll be Super Squid and you can be manta ray or toothfish or creepy eel. How about electric eel, said Judy. Judy asked. Sure. No thanks, I'm finger knitting. We could play Spider-Man, said Stink. I could be Doc Ock, Dr. Octopus, and you could be somebody in a bad mood. I'm not in a mood, Stink. I'm happy as Larry. Who's Larry? A guy who's happy. I don't know. It's a saying, Stink. Never mind. I'm happy as a hermit crab. You're still a crab. Even your pillow's in a mood. Stink pointed it to the frowny face. Must have been King Kong, said Judy. It was on the smiley face, I swear. Judy had an idea. How about I show you how to finger knit and you can make a chain and we'll add it to my chain and... Boring, said Stink. Knitting is for old ladies. Finger knitting isn't, said Judy. Finger knitting is way cool. If I knit a super duper long chain, I can yarn bomb the house or the car or Virginia Dare School. She perked up. Yarn bomb? Stink perked up. Yarn bomb? You wrap the chain around something outside, like a seesaw at the playground or a flagpole at the school, or that Virginia Dare statue in the park. I, Virginia, dare you do that. You to do that, said Stink. Okay, so not the statue, but maybe the park bench. I'm in, said Stink. Before you could say Super Squid, Stink was loop-de-looping yarn up and over around his tentacle fingers. Judy kept knitting. Mouse batted a ball of yarn across the room. I think I got the hang of it, said Stink. He held out his hands. Cat's cradle. The yarn tangled up and over and around his tentacles in one big yarn yuck. Oh, Stink. Such a stinker. Super Squid is not the best at this, said Judy. Stink cracked up. So? Whoever heard of a squid that can knit? Pop, 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 pop. He pulled off his tentacles. That's when he noticed something strange about Judy's room. Books were lined up on shelves. Erasers were in a jar. Even Jaws was wearing a hair ribbon. Hey, your room is weird. It is not. Is too. It's just neat, Stink. I cleaned it up. Oh, did Mom and Dad make you? Stink asked. Nobody made me, said Judy. Then why did you clean your room? No reason. Stink picked up a few balls of yarn and started to juggle. By the way, your hair's weird too, said Stink. They're called ponytails, said Judy. She checked her ponytails in the mirror. I'm going to wear them for school picture makeup day. Stink dropped one of the yarn balls. Mouse pounced on it. Stink sat on Judy's bottom bunk. Judy picked up her finger knitting and climbed up to the top bunk. Knit, knit, knit. She did not say a word. Aren't you going to tell me to get off your bed? Stink asked. You can sit there if you want, Judy told him. It's a free country. Free country, huh? Stink kept juggling. He started to hum. He hummed, If You're Happy and You Know It song. He hummed the Nouns and Verbs rap song. Finally, he couldn't stand it anymore. Aren't you going to tell me to stop humming and juggling? Aren't you going to call me your little brother and say I'm a pest and tell me you have homework to do? I did my homework. What? You did your homework before dinner? It's not against the law to do your homework. It's against the law of Judy, said Stink. He ran to get the flashlight and shone it in Judy's eyes. Who are you, anyway? Stink asked. Why is your hair all funny, and why are your lips all shiny, and what's with looking in the mirror all the time? What have you done with my sister? Stink, get that thing out of my eyes. Imposter, fakester, fraudster, Stink squealed. Where's your pod? Did you come to Earth on a space flower? Judy could no way, not ever, tell Stink her good mood secret. Instead, she said, Yes, Stink, I'm a clone, and you're next. I want my sister back. That's not the not homework doing sister with the messy hair and the messy room. And Stink stopped in his tracks. He sniffed the air, and his super sniffer smelled something strange, something sickly sweet like candy. Do you smell cupcakes? Stink asked. It's my lip gloss, said Judy. Ah, Stink yelled. Invasion of the body snatchers. I'm telling Mom. Stink ran downstairs. Judy sat at the top step and eavesdropped while Stink and Mom and Dad told Mom and Dad all the ways that she was acting weird. He told Mom and Dad that the real Judy was snatched by pod people. He told them that the person pretending to be his sister was really a clone. Maybe we should clone you, Mom said, if it means you'll clean your room. Hardy har hars, Judy heard Stink say. This is no joke. I did notice she cleaned Mouse's litter box without being told, said Mom. And she borrowed my tape measure and didn't even break it, said Dad. Maybe our girl's growing up. Ugh, said Stink. Judy tiptoed back to her room and gasped. Red yarn, yellow yarn, blue yarn, pink yarn, green yarn. Yarn everywhere. Judy's room was one big, giant spider web. Her rug looked like King Kong's plate of spaghetti. Arr! She cried. Snake came running upstairs. Who did this? You and your pod pals? Not unless our cat's an extraterrestrial, said Judy. Here, kitty, kitty, or should I say nitty, nitty. She pulled the guilty mouse out from under her bunk bed, where she had been playing soccer with a ball of red and green yarn. She looks like a Christmas stocking, said Stink, pointing and laughing. Not funny, Stink. Judy held up an empty bag. This was all the yarn I had for finger knitting, and now it's one big jumble, and my room is planet spaghetti. Cool, said Stink. It's like Yarn Yeti lives here. Let's do my room next. Stink, did you not hear me? It's going to take a year to untangle this. Judy felt a roar coming on. Her eyes went big. Her cheeks got puffy. Her face turned red. But she, Judy Moody, had to stop it in its tracks. She could not get in a bad mood about Yarn Yeti, no matter how abominable it was. Whatever she did, she could not say roar. Meow, said Judy. Next chapter is Weird, Weirder, Weirdest. And we'll do that one next time. Love you, Bear.